It seems to appear the 2027 presidential campaigns have already started in earnest. The government side is campaigning, the opposition too is also campaigning. William Ruto is currently busy meeting delegations at State House Nairobi. As he does that, his allies, the likes of Kithure Kindiki, are busy crisscrossing the country through the empowerment programs as they campaign for William Ruto's re-election. On the part of the opposition, Rigathi has also been crisscrossing the mountain. Today, he was in Murang'a and Kiambu counties where he made some very interesting remarks. But before we listen to Rigathi, let me make this observation. I've realized that lately Rigathi Gachagua is very loud about his presidential ambition. Anytime he's speaking to the Kikuyu nation directly on the ground, he's not mentioning the united opposition. He's not talking about his other allies in the opposition. He's just talking about himself. That I, Rigathi Gachagua, I will be a presidential candidate. Seldomly, he do talk about his allies in the opposition, but quite often he talks about himself, Rigathi Gachagua, who will stop at nothing but the presidency. What could be happening behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen? Let's listen to Rigathi Gachagua and Kiambu Senator Thangwa, for their remarks are going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. Listen to this.
Na mimi sasa Wakenya wameniambia baada ya kupima wameona dawa ya kufukuza kasongo ni Rigiji. Si ndio? Kwa hivyo Wakenya wameniambia nipiganie kiti cha rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Wangapi wataniunga mkono? Wangapi wataniunga mkono?
RUIRU hoye! RUIRU hoye! Na leo tunakuja kutangaza RUIRU, our presidential candidate sio mwingine ni Rigathi Gachagua. Na ndio leo sababu Rigathi Gachagua ametangaza hapa Kiambu atapigania kiti cha urais, na akasema atatengeneza masomo, atatengeneza mahospitali na afya. Kuna moja na muomba aongezee pale mwisho, lazima ufunge kasongo, lazima ufunge, na huyu tu ndio anaweza fanya hivyo, si ndio?
That's Rigathi and Kiambu Senator. I'm hearing Rigathi saying Kenyans have told him to go for the presidency. Who are these Kenyans who want Rigathi on the presidential ballot? Kiambu Senators also just affirmed Rigathi Gachagua's presidential ambition. Let's put all that into perspective for Kenyans to understand what's happening here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Rigathi is saying Kenyans have told him to go for the presidency. Who are these Kenyans who have told Rigathi to go for the presidency? Does it mean that Kenyans are only maybe one tribe or just a section of this country? Because truth be said, if you do an opinion poll today, or if you conduct a survey, I don't think many Kenyans will vote for Rigathi Gachagua's presidency. Unless Rigathi might be listening to his tribesmen and women. But then again, not all of them, but a good chunk of his tribesmen and women. But Kenyans in general would give a no verdict. They don't want Rigathi Gachagua on the presidential ballot. That's the verdict that a majority of Kenyans will give you if you do a proper scientific survey. So Rigathi is lying. All the Kenyans he's trying to refer to are just his tribesmen and women. I've also maintained that Rigathi is the opposition's strength and the weakest link. He becomes a strength if he is not a presidential candidate. He becomes the weakest link if he offers his candidature, if he offers his presidential candidature. In the event Rigathi Gachagua will contest for the presidency in 2027, it's very clear the opposition will split. Matiang'i will not support Rigathi's presidential ambition, and maybe even Kalonzo Musyoka might not support it. So Rigathi Gachagua's presidential candidature just means the opposition will split. Should the opposition split, William Ruto will easily win a re-election. It's also coming out clearly that Rigathi Gachagua and his close allies are on a mission to start marketing Rigathi Gachagua's candidature. Why are they marketing Rigathi Gachagua's candidature this early? Why are they not talking about other opposition principles? Why are they not saying we'll support one in the opposition? I know in some instances, they normally talk about supporting one of the opposition leaders who will be nominated. But lately, Rigathi has been very loud talking about himself. What could be happening here? Rigathi has realized that the mountain is becoming very slippery for him if it's known this early that he'll not be a candidate. The mountain is becoming slippery. So to consolidate the mountain, Rigathi has to position himself as a presidential candidate. He'll stop at nothing but the presidency. This is just a trick by Rigathi Gachagua and his team to consolidate the mountain's vote. It's also possible that Rigathi Gachagua might have realized that the mountain might not be very much enthusiastic about his presidential candidature. So Rigathi is just trying to endear himself to the mountain people by confirming and reassuring them that he'll be a presidential candidate. And it's true that the mountain, talking to some mountain residents, they have not been very much excited about Rigathi's candidature. In fact, some are saying that Rigathi should not be a candidate. He should either support Kalonzo or Matiang'i. That's what Rigathi Gachagua wants to kill by insisting he'll stop at nothing but the presidency. All in all, this is just a plan and a scheme to consolidate the mountain's vote. I've also heard Kiambu Senator saying, upon Rigathi Gachagua becoming the president, he should arrest Kasongo, William Ruto. That's a very big blunder because if you look at the 48 laws of power, we are being told to conceal our intention. Let's not reveal our intention too early. Rigathi is clearly revealing his intention way too early. And William Ruto and his team can go back to the drawing board in making sure Rigathi Gachagua does not become Kenya's president. In politics, don't reveal your intentions too early. Your opponents or critics can use that information to attack and to beat you. I see that as a serious political blunder on the part of Rigathi Gachagua and his team. Malala also made very interesting remarks that have so far been deleted, but I'm still looking for the remarks made by Malala concerning Rigathi Gachagua's presidential ambition. Very interesting remarks, which we'll also do a detailed analysis on in the event we get that short clip. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. I'm taking those remarks made today by Rigathi Gachagua as the official declaration of his presidential ambition. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.